Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
Ready, Cosmo? Ready, Bud.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about the Fairly OddParents cereal. This cereal was released by Post back in 2003. It came out during the peak of the popularity of this cartoon on Nickelodeon. Now I was a little old for the Fairly OddParents cartoon when it came out back in 2001, but I do know a little bit about it. Much like SpongeBob, there was humor that worked across all age groups, so even though it was a show made for kids, I always would enjoy episodes whenever I come across them. Let me give you a brief rundown about the cartoon. So Fairly OddParents is about 10-year-old Timmy Turner, who's pretty down on life, annoyed with his parents, and doesn't like his babysitter Vicky. One day he is given two fairy godparents, Cosmo and Wanda. They proceed to grant his every wish to improve his life, but just like the classic Monkey Paw, his wishes tend to backfire and leave messes for him to clean up and problems for him to fix over the course of an episode. That's the basic gist of the show, right? It ran for like 10 seasons with over 200 episodes, so I'm sure they added lots of characters and they changed things up a bit, but I think that's all you need to know to appreciate the cereal. And as I mentioned before, 2003 was the height of the show's popularity. I believe it even surpassed SpongeBob as a top Nicktoon with viewers for a brief stint in 2003. So it makes sense that Post and Nick would try to cash in on the popularity with the cereal. So here's the box. It's pretty fun. You can see it's bigger than normal size cereal box. It's more like a family size cereal box without that family size banner sprawled across the top. You can see the bowl of cereal is upside down here on the top of the box, probably just one of Timmy's wishes that went awry. And you got the three main characters right there on the front of the box. You have Timmy, Wanda, and Cosmo. And you can see here it says that it's fairly fruity artificial flavor. The cereal looks like it's yellow and pink stars with multicolored sugar crystals sprinkled on them. The side of the box here has this Match-O-Rama game. You have to match the characters to the question that best describes them. You can see they have Timmy, Vicky, his babysitter and one of the main antagonists, AJ and Chester, Timmy's friends, and his mom and dad. Now I don't know the show well enough to answer these questions, but I do know the bonus question here. Where is Cosmo and Wanda's usual hiding spot? I think their hiding spot is Timmy's fishbowl disguised as goldfish, right? Oh, and also you'll notice there's a little promotion for Postopia.com here, which was still going strong in 2003. If you want to know more about that wonderful website, I suggest Google. There are lots of dedicated people working to recreate that classic site with all of its games. Now the back of the box here is actually pretty clever. It's like a behind the scenes from the front of the box. You can see these are all the graphics from the front of the box. We just get to see what is written on the back of all those graphics. They have a lot of things written in reverse that you need a mirror to read. There's a little survey, a tongue twister. You have to guess what wishes Timmy made using the pictures here. And then there's an odd but true quiz at the bottom. Let's read through these. Geckos don't have eyelids. That's true. The Leaning Tower of Pizza is in Italy. That's false. It's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, P-I-S-A, not pizza. A ton of bricks weighs more than a ton of feathers. Obviously that's false. They're both a ton. And lastly, the tallest roller coaster in the world is 420 feet. Now when this cereal came out in 2003, that was true, but now I believe Kingda Ka at Six Flags in Jersey is 450 feet. All right, so enough about this cool box. Let's open up this cereal and take a look. So here's what a bowl of Fairly OddParents cereal from 2003 looks like. You can see the yellow and pink stars, and it looks like a lot of the sugar crystals have either fallen off or dissolved. But that's probably expected for a cereal sitting in a bag for the past 17 years. Now I remember this stuff having a very bland general fruit flavor. I can't remember if it leaned more towards Trix or Fruit Loops, but it probably tasted a little bit like Malt-O-Meal's Fruity Stars, which is a Post cereal that doesn't exist anymore. And that one was more like Trix, so we'll just say this stuff was like Trix with little sugar crystals on it. Now as you know, I don't like trying these old cereals anymore because they all taste the same, like stale flour and plastic. But while I was doing a Sunday night cereal, which is the little Instagram live thing that I do on Sunday nights, fellow cereal head Sean, who's better known by his Instagram handle Saturday Morning Nostalgia, he said he missed watching me squirm while eating those old cereals. So this is for you, Sean. I hope you appreciate it. And now I have nothing but bad memories about this cereal. It's been ruined forever. Anyway, do you remember this cereal? Were you a fan of Fairly OddParents? I remember reading at one point they were gonna make a Crash Nebula spin-off series. I think he's the superhero character in the cartoon, right? That would have been a fun series, but I guess it never happened. Didn't they also make a live action version of this cartoon at some point? Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if they rebooted this cartoon one day, considering Hollywood doesn't come up with original ideas anymore, they just recycle old stuff. Still, it's pretty doubtful we'll ever see another Fairly OddParents cereal. But who knows? I never thought we'd see another Ghostbusters cereal either. But we are getting a new Ghostbusters cereal in 2021 when the new movie comes out. I'm definitely more excited about that cereal than the movie. Okay, well, that's gonna do it for Fairly OddParents cereal. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy. Oh, it's still stuck in my teeth.
Cereal